Just last month in Cairo, a young woman named Layla noticed a lizard appearing in her living room every morning. At first, she thought it was just a random visitor, a harmless creature quietly moving along the walls. But over time, the little lizard seemed to appear at the same time every day, almost as if it were sending a message. She began to feel uneasy, wondering whether this tiny creature could hold a deeper meaning. Layla shared her experience online, and soon she discovered that she wasn't alone. Families in Morocco, Indonesia, and even small towns in the United States reported similar encounters. Lizards appearing suddenly in homes, often before unexpected events or changes in their lives. These stories may seem strange, but in Islam, every creature, no matter how small, is a sign of Allah's creation. The Quran reminds us to observe the world around us carefully, for even the simplest elements of nature can carry spiritual lessons and guidance. Could a lizard quietly crossing your path be more than a coincidence? Could it be a reminder to reflect on your home, family, or personal life? Have you ever seen a lizard in your home? Pay close attention. This video will reveal its spiritual significance according to Islam. Share your personal experience. Did you ever notice a lizard in your home? What happened next? Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones, because this knowledge can literally change a life. Across the world, countless people have encountered lizards in their homes, often at moments of reflection, stress, or change. In Jakarta, for example, a young couple noticed lizards appearing near their prayer area every evening. At first, they ignored the small visitors, thinking it was coincidence. But soon, they realized that these visits coincided with times of personal tension, arguments, financial uncertainty, and questions about family decisions. Inspired, they began reflecting on their behavior and practicing patience, reminding themselves of Allah's guidance in all aspects of life. In Islam, these seemingly small encounters are never meaningless. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the signs of Allah in creation. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of the night and day are signs for those of understanding. Quran 3190. Every living creature, from the mighty whale to the tiny lizard, is part of this intricate web of divine signs. Just as Prophet Sulaiman, was granted understanding of the language of animals, we are encouraged to observe and reflect on the world around us. Today, lizards appearing in homes may serve as gentle reminders, encouraging vigilance, mindfulness, or the reassessment of our personal lives. They invite us to pause, reflect, and seek lessons from the signs that Allah places before us. Modern life is full of distractions, yet Islam teaches that even small, unnoticed creatures can carry spiritual messages. From families in Morocco observing lizards before significant events, to office workers in New York suddenly noticing them in quiet moments, these creatures can spark contemplation about our spiritual path, relationships, and responsibilities. Let's explore why Islam teaches us to pay attention to seemingly small things in our lives, and how they can guide us spiritually. Do you believe animals can be signs from Allah? Have you ever experienced such a moment? Share your thoughts and stories below. Your experience might inspire someone else. Throughout Islamic history, animals have played significant spiritual and symbolic roles, reminding believers of Allah's wisdom and guidance. One of the most profound examples comes from the story of Prophet Sulaiman, peace be upon him, who was granted understanding of the speech of animals. In the Quran, Allah says, "And we subjected to him the wind blowing by his command, and the devils also and the birds, all assembled in ranks. And we strengthened his kingdom and gave him wisdom and discernment. Quran 21:81-82. This story illustrates that even the smallest creatures are part of Allah's signs and can convey lessons to those who observe them with attention and reflection. Just as Solomon could understand the messages in the behavior of animals, we too are encouraged to recognize divine wisdom in nature. In modern times, similar patterns continue. For instance, in Marrakesh, a family reported that a small lizard repeatedly appeared in their courtyard each morning during Ramadan. Initially, they thought it was coincidence, but over the days, they noticed that its visits coincided with moments of family tension and disagreements. The small creature became a subtle reminder for the family to pause, reflect and act with patience and compassion, values deeply emphasized in Islamic teachings. Another story comes from a teacher in Indonesia who observed lizards gathering near her classroom window before exams. She initially ignored them, but over time, she realized their presence encouraged her students to stay calm and focused. She shared this observation online, and it resonated with thousands of people, many of whom noted similar experiences where animals prompted reflection, mindfulness, or preparation for important events. In the Hadith, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of kindness and awareness toward all living creatures, even the smallest insects or reptiles. Each creature is a reflection of Allah's creation, and their presence can serve as reminders to humans to remain humble, attentive, and spiritually conscious. These stories, both historical and contemporary, highlight a common thread. Lizards appearing in homes or around humans are often more than mere coincidences. They can act as subtle signals, encouraging self-reflection, mindfulness, and a connection to Allah. Whether it is a lizard appearing before a major life decision, during moments of personal stress, or in a quiet home during Ramadan, these encounters invite believers to pause and recognize the signs in their lives. Every creature has a purpose, no matter how small. Let's explore the spiritual lessons we can learn from these little visitors and how they connect us to Allah's wisdom. Have you ever experienced a moment where an animal, even a small lizard, seemed to guide your thoughts or actions? Share your story below. It might help others see the signs in their own lives. In Islamic teachings, the presence of a lizard in your home is often seen as a spiritual sign rather than mere coincidence. Scholars and storytellers alike have long observed that small creatures can carry subtle messages from Allah, encouraging reflection, mindfulness, and sometimes caution. In essence, these creatures act as reminders of the divine order in our daily lives. One common interpretation is that lizards symbolize vigilance and awareness. Their sudden appearances may indicate that we need to be more attentive to our surroundings, relationships, or decisions. For instance, in a small village in Morocco, a man noticed a lizard appearing near his front door every morning for several days. Initially, he felt irritated, but over time, he realized that its presence reminded him to check on his family members, reconcile misunderstandings, and strengthen family bonds. This small creature became an instrument of reflection and guidance, aligning with the Islamic value of mindful living. Another interpretation links lizards to protection. In some communities, people believe that the lizard's sudden presence warns of potential harm or advises caution. A woman in Cairo shared her story on social media. A lizard repeatedly crossed her kitchen floor, and shortly afterward she discovered a small gas leak that could have been dangerous. Many viewers interpreted this as a real-life example of Allah's subtle signs delivered through nature. Islamic scholars often emphasize that these signs are not about superstition, but mindfulness. The Quran reminds believers to observe the world carefully, and in the earth are signs for the certain in faith. Quran 51:20. These signs, including animals, encourage humans to reflect on life, family, morality, and spirituality. Lizards, in their quiet movements, teach patience and observation. They invite us to slow down, notice details, and consider deeper meanings in ordinary events. In today's modern world, many people report similar experiences. A teacher in Indonesia noticed lizards appearing around her classroom before important lessons, prompting her students to focus more attentively. A family in New York observed lizards in their home just before significant life changes, inspiring them to pray for guidance and make thoughtful decisions. These contemporary stories echo the Quranic principle that Allah's signs are everywhere, waiting for us to observe and learn. Lizards also serve as reminders of humility. Despite their small size, their presence can evoke introspection, reminding humans of their place in Allah's vast creation. By acknowledging and respecting these signs, believers cultivate gratitude, patience, and awareness. Next time you see a lizard, don't ignore it. Reflect on your life, your family, and your spiritual path. This tiny creature may be a reminder from Allah. Have you ever felt that a lizard or another small creature delivered a subtle message in your life? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might guide someone else. Beyond spiritual interpretation, seeing a lizard in your home can also have psychological and practical significance. Humans naturally notice unusual or recurring events, especially when we are in a reflective or stressed state. Psychologists note that these small occurrences, like a lizard appearing in a living space, often prompt us to pause and consider our environment, actions, and relationships. In this sense, the lizard serves as a gentle catalyst for mindfulness. Consider the story of Aisha, a school teacher in Jakarta. She observed a lizard frequently visiting her classroom window before major exams. At first, it seemed insignificant, but she realized the students became calmer and more focused when they noticed the small creature. This simple daily event encouraged patience and mindfulness, turning an ordinary observation into a moment of reflection and preparation. Similarly, in Morocco, a family found lizards repeatedly appearing near areas where family arguments tended to occur. Instead of reacting with fear or annoyance, they chose to interpret these visits as prompts for introspection. They began addressing conflicts more calmly, meditating on their words and considering the spiritual lesson behind the small intrusions. Over time, they felt more harmonious and connected within their household, illustrating how spiritual interpretation and practical mindfulness can intersect. Islam emphasizes this connection between observation and reflection. The Quran reminds believers that every creature is part of Allah's signs, and in the earth are signs for the certain in faith. Quran 51:20. Psychologically, humans are drawn to seek meaning in patterns. When a lizard consistently appears in a home, it naturally triggers reflection about timing, behavior, or personal circumstances. By combining this natural tendency with the Islamic teachings, believers can transform ordinary encounters into opportunities for spiritual growth and self-improvement. In modern life, where distractions are constant, these small signs encourage us to slow down, reflect, and align our actions with our faith. Observing lizards or other small creatures with mindfulness cultivates patience, awareness, and appreciation for Allah's creation. The spiritual and psychological perspectives thus work hand in hand. While the lizard may carry a subtle divine message, the human mind interprets it as an opportunity for reflection, growth, and action. Observation and mindfulness can turn everyday moments into spiritual lessons. Even the smallest creatures can guide our thoughts and actions. Do you practice mindfulness when small signs appear in your life? How has noticing these moments impacted you spiritually or practically? Share your experience below. Even today, lizards continue to appear in homes, offices, and public spaces, often sparking curiosity, reflection, or even awe. Across the globe, people are sharing experiences where these small creatures seem to carry a hidden message or encourage mindfulness. In New York, a family noticed lizards appearing near their living room window each evening during a period of personal change. Soon after, they faced a challenging decision regarding a family move. The lizard's consistent presence reminded them to pause, pray, and reflect before making important choices. In Morocco, a young man reported that lizards would frequently appear around his home whenever arguments arose between family members. He began to see them as gentle reminders to exercise patience, communicate with care, and prioritize family harmony. Similarly, in Jakarta, a teacher shared her experience of lizards appearing near her classroom before major lessons. Students, noticing the small creatures, became unexpectedly calm and attentive, demonstrating how these subtle signs can influence behavior and encourage reflection. These modern examples resonate deeply with Islamic teachings. The Quran reminds believers to observe creation and recognize signs of Allah's wisdom. Do they not look at the camels, how they are created, and at the sky, how it is raised, and at the mountains, how they are rooted, and at the earth, how it is spread out? Quran 88:17-20. Lizards, though small and seemingly ordinary, are part of this divine tapestry. Their presence in our daily lives can prompt self-awareness, mindfulness, and spiritual reflection. Across continents, from Cairo to Jakarta to New York, ordinary people are experiencing these signs in extraordinary ways, connecting them to faith, family, and personal growth. What makes these stories even more profound is that they occur in the midst of ordinary life. Modern technology allows us to share experiences in real time, amplifying the recognition that Allah's signs are everywhere, waiting to be noticed. These lizards, appearing in homes or workplaces, serve as gentle reminders to slow down, reflect, pray, and act with mindfulness. They are a bridge between everyday life and spiritual awareness, reminding us that divine guidance often comes in subtle, unassuming forms. Even today, small creatures are delivering big messages. Are you paying attention to the signs Allah places in your life? Have you witnessed a similar moment where a small creature or event guided your thoughts or actions? Share your story below. Your experience could inspire someone else to reflect on the signs in their life. After exploring historical, Quranic, and modern stories, as well as the psychological perspective, several clear lessons emerge from the appearance of lizards in homes. First, these small creatures remind us to practice mindfulness. Islam teaches that every aspect of creation is a sign of Allah's wisdom, no matter how ordinary it may seem. A lizard quietly moving across a wall is not just an animal. It is a gentle prompt to pause, observe, and reflect on our surroundings and actions. Second, lizards encourage vigilance and self-reflection. In Morocco, families noted that lizards appeared before family disagreements or significant decisions, prompting them to approach challenges with patience, communication, and care. In Jakarta, students became calmer and more attentive when lizards were present, demonstrating that small signs can inspire focus, discipline, and reflection. These experiences align with Quranic guidance, reminding believers to contemplate the signs of creation and learn lessons from them. And in the earth are signs for those who have faith with certainty. Quran 51:20. Third, lizards illustrate humility and spiritual awareness. Despite their small size, they carry profound meaning. Recognizing their presence encourages gratitude and mindfulness, highlighting that divine guidance often comes in subtle, unassuming forms. Prophet Solomon's ability to understand the language of animals serves as a powerful reminder. Observing creation with attention can bring wisdom and insight. Finally, these encounters encourage action. Mindfulness alone is valuable, but reflecting on a lizard's presence may inspire practical steps, repairing relationships, exercising caution, or increasing prayer and reflection. Modern stories from New York, Cairo, and other cities demonstrate that these small signs can impact real-life decisions, aligning daily life with spiritual growth. Next time a lizard appears in your home, pause and reflect. Consider what lesson Allah may be guiding you to learn, whether about family, mindfulness, or your spiritual path. What spiritual lessons have you learned from small signs in your life? Share your experience in the comments. It could help others notice the guidance in their own surroundings. As we've seen, the presence of a lizard in your home is more than a simple coincidence. It can be a subtle sign from Allah, encouraging reflection, mindfulness, and spiritual growth. From historical Quranic stories to modern real-life experiences across the globe, these small creatures have reminded humans to pause, observe, and act with wisdom and care. Whether it's fostering patience, repairing family relationships, or inspiring focus in daily life, the lessons they carry are profound. Now, it's your turn to reflect. Notice the signs around you, even in the smallest and most ordinary moments. Consider what messages Allah may be sending through nature, your home, and the world around you. Each observation is an opportunity to grow spiritually, strengthen your faith, and live more consciously. Share your story, tag someone who needs to see this, and let's explore the signs of Allah together. Remember, even the tiniest creatures can deliver the most meaningful messages. Have you shared this video with your family or friends? What did they think about these signs from Allah? Share your experiences in the comments. Your story could inspire others to notice the spiritual guidance in their lives.